Ladies and gentlemen of the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Well, our lead story today is a long crime story involving, we'll probably make a little video clip out of this one, babysitter Hayley Seibert from Independence. She's not from Independence original. Checked out her Facebook page. She's engaged to somebody from out here. Looks like either she and or her person that she's engaged to has 2 children. Well, she was babysitting somebody, and guess what? This little baby has a skull fracture. And apparently, according to the prosecutor in the hospital, the only way this child could suffer such an injury is through intent. Now, the babysitter says she doesn't know how it could have happened. Come on. Come on. If the baby fell, just tell them. But this comes up all the time. Now, I don't know if these are the facts in this case, but we keep hearing about these babies and these little toddlers that are killed or seriously injured from parents who get upset with them because they were crying and doing it. Let me tell you something. I was a father of 3 children, okay? When a baby is crying and it can't be consoled and you can't keep the baby from crying, I always said, baby's crying for one of the following reasons, Chuck and Jamie. 1, they're hungry. 2, they're sick. 3, their diaper's wet. 4, they're tired. I added 1. That's why babies are crying. One of those things. So if you know the baby's not sick and the baby's crying, instead of throwing the baby against the wall in frustration, what you do is you put the baby in bed. You close the door and you leave the baby cry itself to sleep. I crack up all the time. Sabrina says she couldn't believe I was going to say this on the air. I'm going to say it because that's how you handle it. You don't harm the baby. If the baby's crying, by the way, I'm one of these people watching a movie. When a baby is crying on a movie set, I go, oh my God. A crying baby is just too much because you don't want the baby to cry. Okay? But you don't harm the child. Now, hopefully this woman is innocent. There's some logical explanation because I look at this woman and I'm thinking to myself, gosh, remember I always say criminals look like criminals? She don't look like a criminal. But geez, oh Pete, God, sad. Regardless of how it happened, this poor baby's lifetime of God only knows what. All right, shooting in East Price Hill last night. My crack producer always puts up the same pictures of the blue lights and green lights instead of maybe putting a sign up saying East Price Hill or Price Hill or a gun. No, we always give you the same old blue lights. In local news, my good friend right there, the guy in the middle, the shortest one, David Wallace is the president of Heritage Bank. It's hysterical how he became president of Heritage Bank. I first met Dave Wallace in my first year of law school in 1984. He's a good guy. He's from Princeton, Kentucky. Country guy, big in 4-H, Farm Bureau issues, farming issues. Was a lawyer. Now he's a president of a bank, which is hysterical. But he's a friend of mine, and he won the community award from the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. And you know how I like making fun of awards. But I'm glad David got an award. 3 bomb threats, not 1 school, not 2 schools, not 3 schools. I almost said not 3 schools. 3 freaking schools, bomb threats. Beechwood, Boone County, I forget who the other one was. St. Henry's, thank you. Connor. Okay, there was 4 gosh dang schools. Thank you, producers. All right, Farmers Market Pavilion is going to be built out by the Independence Courthouse. By the way, it was funny at that zoning hearing that the people got all worked up about in Heartland, said, well, there's no plans to do anything down at the courthouse, blah, 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 that you could walk to. Really? Kenton County is going to put up a nice little pavilion for a farmer's market. Good job, Kenton County. I approve of that. In Kentucky news, guess which city is the largest drug trafficking city in the state?
Louisville.
It's called Louisville, you Brit. All right, next up. I'm going to send you back to Mumfordsville if you keep it up, Brit. All right, this handsome man right here is former Judge Russell Mock, who's now chairman of the Hamilton County Republican Party, and he's telling Republicans not to answer the question that the Enquirer sent out about January 6th and so on. Now, Russell's a decent guy, but you know what I would say? I would say, answer the damn question. You know what Republicans want to hear? They want to hear that you care. The problem is that it's a blue county now. So Russell Mock's trying to thread the needle. It ain't going to make any difference. Melissa Powers. The only people that can win in Hamilton County now in the Republican Party are women. It's why they had Melissa Powers replace Joe Deters. She's got the money, the looks, and the brains to win. By the way, Melissa Powers just isn't some pretty prosecutor. She's smart, too, and savvy, and rich. So she'll keep that seat. Everybody, Megan Shanahan, she can probably get reelected. But Republican men, you got a tough row to hoe, as we used to say on the country. By the way, wasn't that funny in Fannie Willis yesterday when he said something? She thought she said whore cash. Hoard cash. He said hoard cash, and she said whore cash.
And she had her dress on backwards.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Oh.
She's a monstrous, dull-eyed band dog. That's the Shakespearean insult of the day as chosen by the Brit. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. The Brit is going to lose in chess today after being champion of the freaking week.